2020, and I am Mrs. Ross, school counselor at Glenwood, and it's time for our mindful moments. All right, so this week we're going to talk about courtesy and kindness. So, courtesy is being polite to others and showing good manners, such as saying please and thank you. When have you been courteous? How can you show courtesy today? And probably this is a great week that we were talking about this, because I don't know about you guys, but we've been home for a month, and I think some folks right now are getting a little stir crazy. So we're going to really talk about how this week we can show courtesy and kindness. All right. But before we do that, we're going to have our mindful moment, and then I do have a story that I'm going to share this morning and leave you with a challenge. So if you will choose to sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor or sit on the floor, you can sit crisscross applesauce. All right, so if you will put your hands on your knees, I want you to relax your shoulders, close your eyes or look down, or you can do both, whichever you're most comfortable doing, but we're looking down or closing our eyes. All right, so you ready? Or do both. Here we go. We're going to breathe in and out through our nose. And remember, we do this slowly because this breathing is meant to help calm us, help reset our brain, help us be ready to learn. Because when we're in that downstairs brain, our emotions are taking over and we can't listen to folks. We don't make good choices. So we have to regulate our body to make sure we are ready to learn. So here we go. All right. Breathe in through your nose. Ready? I'm going to count for us. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. All right. Breathe out through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it again. Really slow. Ready? Breathe in. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to do it another time, and this time while you're doing it, I want you to think in your head, what's an action you're going to do today that is going to show courtesy, show manners, or show kindness? So ready? Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. All right. Exhale slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we've been inhaling and exhaling through our nose, and I know my Glenwood folks know that we also, sometimes, especially if you have allergies, the exhaling through your nose right now might be hard. You can also inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. The key thing is that we do both those slowly, and you being very purposeful, very mindful about that breathing, slowing it down. So I would challenge you today, time yourself for a minute and just notice your breathing throughout the day. And parents that are listening, this will be good for you too. I'll practice that this weekend. That was one of the things that I know I need to work on, is really noticing my breathing and slowing it down. And it really is very helpful. So let's do that. All right. So I said we're going to talk about courtesy, about manners. So I was raised by a grandmama who just said it was very important. I didn't necessarily wasn't an A+ student, but the one thing she said I could always have A+ is in my manners. So she said that was very important, that I was being kind to people, because guys, we can control that. We're not all A+ students, but we can do our best. But we can be A+ students in our manners, showing courtesy. So I'm going to share a story. It's called The Magic of Me, My Magical Choices. All right. And this is written by Becky Cummins, and it's illustrated by Susanna Vobodova, which, boy, that's a hard word. All right. So I'm going to read it first, and then I'll show you the illustrations. I love the illustrations in this book. Very colorful. The choices you make have superpowers. They bring sunshine or rainy showers. So here are some magical things to do that bring the sun to shine right through. And boy, do we not need that today with the rainy weather. Listen closely to this life advice. Say, I choose, and end with something nice. Take some action. Choose what you do. Repeat this often, because magic lives in you. I think this is an awesome book. So again, I said what we're choosing to do is we choose to show what today? What did I say we want to work on? We're going to choose to show courtesy, show kindness. All right, so let's see some things that she has chosen for the boys and girls. I choose to be responsible. Bathing, brushing, getting dressed. Now you look and feel your best. You clean up all the mess you make. Helping out gives mom or dad a break. So I bet moms and dads would love it if you chose to be responsible today too. I choose to be helpful. Put toys away and feed the cat. You might just like a job like that. Just raise your hand or jump right in. When helping others, we all win. That's another great idea. To be helpful. That's a way to be courteous. Oh, this one's really good. I need this one today. I choose to be patient. Take your time and wait your turn. Those are tricky things to learn. When life is slow, you've got to wait. Stay calm and know it turns out great. And you know what? I said this one's for me today because you know what? I'm tired of being home. And this morning, when I was praying, I was talking about that. I was saying, and God knows that. I'm going, oh man, I'm so ready to see my boys and girls. But you know what? I got to be patient and know it is going to turn out okay, that we're being safe, and that's important. I choose to be confident. You know you can. You believe in you. All by yourself, you try something new. You don't give up when things get rough. You know you've made to be super tough. So we're going to be confident in all the stuff that we're going through. I choose to be generous, giving gifts for no reason at all, a cupcake, a flower, maybe a ball, donating books, clothes, or a toy fills your heart with bursts of joy. So I give you a way that you can be generous today. Boys and girls and parents out there, we are collecting non-perishable food items for the Food Hub. And if you could help do that, we are in need of lots of food for the Food Hub. They are helping families throughout our county. You can drop off food this week at Grace Community Church on Highway 70. They are collecting that and they will deliver it to the Food Hub. So that's a great way to be generous. So help us out. And that shows kindness too. All right, ready? I choose to be calm. When you're upset, count to 10 or take a break, then try again. If still you feel you're sad and blue, take a calming breath or two. I believe we've been talking about that, haven't we? So again, last week we talked about strong emotions. So that doesn't mean that our emotions are over, does it? We still can keep working on those things. I choose to be brave. You speak what's important, kind and true. Your heart leads the way and knows what to do. You try new things with a good attitude. You do it politely without being rude. So what I'm going to say on this is I know we're used to being in our classroom with our hands-on learning and doing all kind of activities with our teachers. And so sitting at a computer doing these packets is not what we do in McDowell County Schools, but it is what we have to do right now. So we have to choose to be brave and just do our best and then get through it. And let's don't argue with our parents about it. So when they say it's time to do schoolwork, it's time to do schoolwork. All right. I choose to be forgiving. If something makes you feel so sad, use words to explain the hurt you had. Then it's okay to let these feelings go. Heal your heart and let your smile show. So this goes along with our strong emotions that we had last week. We can have those strong emotions, but it might be important that whoever we've had those emotions with, that we also forgive them. Oh, Miss McIntyre's going to love this one. I bet the other PE teachers will too. I choose to be a good sport. Play a game and try to have fun. Say good job when it's all done. At times you win, at times you lose. Your attitude is what you choose. And we talk about this all the time at Glenwood. That it's not fun to play with somebody that is not a good sport. And that's a way you can show courtesy. I bet your families are playing lots of board games while we're out, or even video games, and you're competing against each other. So just still make sure you're being a good sport. I choose to be gentle. Use your hands with grace and care. Be kind to pets when stroking their hair. With little friends, you're careful too. Nobody wants to get a boo-boo. So I heard on the news this morning that lots of people are adopting animals. So yeah, we want to make sure we're taking care of them, being nice to them. I choose to be friendly. You say hello to new people you meet. Oh, well, no, we can't do this right now, but we can do pretend. You give high fives or handshakes to greet. You use kind words with sisters and brothers. Oh, that's what you need to practice this week. You show respect to fathers and mothers. So those last two we can do. We can't do the handshakes and all that right now because we're practicing our social distancing, but we can do the other things. All right, let's see what we're going to do next. I choose to be honest. Mistakes are part of every day. They help you learn a better way. Just say you're sorry. Make it right. The truth will make your heart feel light. And that's very important. We'll make sure we're honest. I choose to be fun. You play, you dance, you joke, you sing, you enjoy what each moment may bring. You do not need to follow the crowd. Be silly, be you, and laugh out loud. And even though we're not in school, we're not with our friends, you know what? I want you to enjoy this time with your family. Make some great memories. Have some fun. You are the captain of your own ship. You steer the wheel on this magic trip. So wisely choose the things you do. And always remember, magic starts with you. Special as can be, this is the magic of me. And so I end with this page because imagine your picture is right here. So again, every day we get to choose. We get to choose whether we're going to show kindness, if we're courteous, we use manners. And I don't know about you, but I much prefer being around somebody that's pleasant, that says thank you, and yes ma'am, and no ma'am, and shares and takes turns, and it's just all around kind. So just a quick reminder. So one is what you can practice today. When your parents say it is time to do your academic work, you go, yes ma'am, yes sir, and you sit down and you try. Now again, we've talked about we take breaks, so you need to try at least for the little kids, maybe a good 15 minutes and take a quick break. For the older kids, you probably could do a 30-minute stint and then take your brain break. Now, our brain breaks are going to look different today because it's raining outside, so be creative. Think about what you can do inside your house. So that's the first way we're going to use our manners. Practice courtesy. So the second thing we're going to do is that we're going to be nice to the folks that are inside our house. Okay, sharing, taking turns, being a good sport. I know we've been together a long time. A month's a long time when you're not used to being with everybody in this close quarters. But practice using those good manners. All right, the third thing is I said they talked about we could be generous, show some kindness. There is a huge need in this county for non-perishable foods. So that's canned foods, cereals, pasta, that kind of stuff. So if your families can help and take some food, the drop-off point is Grace Community Church on Highway 70. They are collecting and they're delivering this food to the Food Hub. And so the Food Hub is the place that's feeding, that distributes all this food to our area churches. And a big shout out to our area churches. They are showing huge kindness to all of the schools. That's how all the school children are getting their food boxes. So that's another way that you can show some kindness. And then the fourth thing I want you to do is you have to be kind to yourself. And so practice the intentional breathing, the mindful breathing, and take time for you. Do something that you enjoy doing, because when we're happy, when we've done something for ourselves, we've fed ourselves, then we can be nicer to others. So I hope that you'll take those things I've shared today and you'll really try to do those things. I promise it'll make you feel better. So all this week we're going to work on how to be courteous and kind to others and practice our breathing. I hope you have a marvelous Monday. See you tomorrow.